The American West, a land of towering peaks, fiery deserts, ancient forests, and wild coastlines. Here, nature writes its story in stone, water, and sky. Let's begin our journey across 100 natural wonders, starting in the red rock heart of the Southwest. Our journey begins in Arizona, land of canyons, deserts, and legendary red rocks. Grand Canyon National Park. This is one of the most recognizable features on Earth from space. Spanning 277 miles in length, up to 18 miles in width, and over a mile deep, this natural wonder in northern Arizona is not only a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but also a geologic masterpiece. The Grand Canyon reveals nearly 2 billion years of Earth's history through its intricate layers of rock, carved over millennia by the mighty Colorado River. It is home to fossils of ancient marine animals that date back 1.2 billion years. The canyon has been a place of profound cultural and spiritual significance for Native American tribes for thousands of years, including the Hopi, Navajo, Zuni, Havasupai, and Hualapai peoples. It's considered sacred ground, and their stories and traditions are deeply intertwined with the land. European explorers first documented the canyon in the 16th century, but it wasn't until 1919 that it became a national park. The temperatures vary greatly within the canyon. From the rim of the canyon to its lowest point, the temperature can change by more than 25 degrees. The depths of the gorge are notoriously hot during the summer, while the north rim is often below freezing in winter. Also, the canyon is full of hidden caves. There are an estimated 1,000 caves within the canyon, but only 335 have been recorded. Only one cave is open to the public. Today, you can experience the Grand Canyon from a variety of perspectives. The South Rim offers iconic vistas like Mather Point and Desert View Watchtower, while the North Rim provides a quieter, more secluded experience. You can hike the Bright Angel or South Kaibab trails down to the canyon floor, where Phantom Ranch offers a serene retreat. Also, rafting the Colorado River is an unforgettable way to experience the canyon's sheer scale and beauty. Wildlife enthusiasts might spot elk, California condors, and bighorn sheep among the canyon's rugged cliffs and pine forests. The air at the Grand Canyon is among the cleanest air in the United States. Sunrise and sunset are magical moments at the Grand Canyon, as the shifting light paints the layers of rock in a kaleidoscope of colors. Whether you're marveling at the immensity of the vistas, learning about its rich cultural heritage, or exploring its rugged terrain, Grand Canyon National Park is a place that humbles, inspires, and connects all. Horseshoe Bend. This iconic curve was formed over millions of years by the relentless power of the Colorado River. Located near Page, Arizona, just downstream from Lake Powell and the Glen Canyon Dam, this awe-inspiring natural wonder offers one of the most dramatic and photographed views in the American Southwest. The meander, carved into vibrant red sandstone, creates a near-perfect horseshoe shape, with the river flowing over 1,000 feet below sheer cliffs. Horseshoe Bend's geological story is fascinating. The sandstone cliffs, part of the Navajo Sandstone Formation, were deposited during the Jurassic period when this area was a vast desert. Over time, the Colorado River carved its way through these ancient layers, exposing striations of red, orange, and pink that tell the story of Earth's shifting landscapes. This timeless process is still at work today, as the river slowly deepens and shapes the bend further. The short hike to the overlook is accessible and offers breathtaking views, especially at sunrise and sunset, when the cliffs and river seem to glow with golden light. Antelope Canyon. This mesmerizing, wave-like sandstone walls was sculpted by nothing more than water and wind over thousands of years. Located on Navajo Nation land near Page in Arizona, this iconic slot canyon is divided into two sections: Upper Antelope Canyon, known as the Crack, and Lower Antelope Canyon, referred to as the Corkscrew. Both sections are famous for their narrow passageways, towering walls, and radiant shafts of light that beam down from above, creating an otherworldly glow. This interplay of light and shadow makes Antelope Canyon one of the most photographed natural wonders in the world. The canyon's history is deeply intertwined with the Navajo people, who regard it as a sacred site. This Navajo name translates to the place where water runs through rocks. The narrow passages were carved by flash floods that rush through the sandstone, creating the smooth, flowing shapes and intricate textures that make the canyon so unique. You can only access it through guided tours led by Navajo guides, who not only ensure safety but also share the canyon's cultural significance and the best ways to capture its beauty. Upper Antelope Canyon is easier to navigate and popular for its light beams, which are most vivid during midday in the summer months. In contrast, Lower Antelope Canyon offers a more adventurous experience with ladders and steeper descents. Canyon's vibrant hues of red, orange, and gold, which seem to shift and shimmer depending on the time of day. Antelope Canyon is a testament to the artistry of nature and a sacred reminder of the forces that have shaped Arizona's incredible landscapes. Havasupai. Nestled within the remote Havasu Canyon, a tributary of the Grand Canyon, the Havasupai Reservation is home to one of the most stunning natural landscapes in the world. With its turquoise waterfalls, lush vegetation, and towering red rock walls, Havasupai is often described as a hidden paradise in the Arizona desert. The Havasupai tribe, whose name means people of the blue-green waters, has lived in the Grand Canyon for over 800 years. The area's signature feature is its series of waterfalls, including the world-famous Havasu Falls. The vivid blue-green color of the water comes from high concentrations of calcium carbonate, which creates travertine pools that cascade down the canyon. Other breathtaking waterfalls, such as Mooney Falls, Beaver Falls, and Navajo Fall. The Havasupai Reservation is only accessible by foot, horseback, or helicopter, with the hike to the village of Supai covering 8 miles. The Havasupai tribe has lived in this region for centuries, relying on the falls and surrounding waters for sustenance and spiritual connection. Today, they carefully manage access to the falls to preserve its pristine condition. The journey is challenging but rewarding, culminating in a view of Havasu Falls that feels like stepping into another world. To visit Havasupai Falls, you need to buy a permit from the Havasupai tribe and require at least a one-night reservation. You can choose to stay at the campground or Havasupai Lodge in Supai Village. The village itself is a small, tight-knit community where the Havasupai maintain their traditions, culture, and language. They manage all tourism to the area, ensuring that the natural beauty and cultural heritage of their land are preserved. Monument Valley. This valley, with its towering red sandstone formations, has starred in countless Western movies. Located on the border of Utah and Arizona, this iconic landscape belongs to the Navajo Nation, who manage and protect it as Monument Valley Navajo Tribal Park. The valley's striking buttes, mesas, and spires are sacred to the Navajo people, who call it Valley of the Rocks. Visiting Monument Valley is like stepping back in time. The formations are estimated to be over 190 million years old, shaped by millions of years of erosion. The famous Mittens Buttes, which resemble hands rising from the desert floor, are just two of the many rock formations that make this place special. Monument Valley's 17-mile scenic loop and guided tours offer a chance to experience this mesmerizing land up close, while learning about Navajo culture, stories, and traditions. As a cultural and geological treasure, Monument Valley exemplifies the deep connection between the land and the Navajo people. The Wave, Coyote Buttes North. This has become one of the most popular destinations for photographers from around the world. This spectacular natural formation is an iconic sandstone landmark famous for its colorful, undulating, and almost otherworldly wave-like patterns that look as if an artist had painted them on the rocks. Created through years of the rock being compacted, eroded, and weathered, the wave is a masterpiece of nature's handiwork. This surreal landscape is tucked away in a remote corner of the Vermilion Cliffs National Monument, and you need a permit to access the area. The trek to the wave is not easy, with permits granted to only a limited number of people daily. The delicate layers of sandstone in the wave, ranging in colors from reddish-brown to gold and white, are a geologist's dream. Beyond its visual beauty, the formation also offers a rare chance to study sedimentary rock formations that reveal the region's dynamic geological past. Hikers can revel in the scenery and capture jaw-dropping photographs of the wave, which looks more like a surreal painting than a natural rock formation. With its breathtaking colors and remarkable textures, the wave is an unmissable highlight for anyone exploring the American Southwest. Vermilion Cliffs National Monument, located near the Arizona-Utah border, is a wonderland of vivid red, orange, and cream-colored cliffs that rise dramatically from the surrounding desert. Spanning nearly 300,000 acres, this protected area is home to some of the most unique and visually stunning geological formations in the world, including the famous wave. The monument is not just a geological treasure, but also a site of immense historical and ecological significance. Ancient petroglyphs and remnants of ancestral Puebloan cultures can be found here, offering glimpses into the lives of those who inhabited the region thousands of years ago. The area also played a key role in westward expansion, as pioneers and explorers traversed its rugged terrain, and it remains steeped in the lore of early American history. Hiking and exploring the monument's many hidden treasures, such as Buckskin Gulch, one of the longest and most awe-inspiring slot canyons in the world, offers an adventure through time and nature. The monument's remote location adds to its allure, providing a sense of solitude and wonder. Painted Desert. This is a vast expanse of colorful badlands located in the Four Corners region of the United States. It stretches from near the eastern end of Grand Canyon National Park southeast into Petrified Forest National Park stretching across northeastern Arizona. This extraordinary landscape, part of the larger Colorado Plateau, gets its name from the vibrant hues of red, orange, pink, lavender, and gray that seem to shift throughout the day as sunlight dances across the rocky terrain. The Painted Desert has a rich history, not only in its geological origins dating back over 200 million years, but also in its cultural significance. It was home to the ancestral Puebloan people and later became an important region for the Hopi and Navajo tribes, who still regard the area as sacred. In fact, remnants of ancient dwellings and petroglyphs can be found scattered across the landscape, providing a window into a fascinating past. The area is also famous for being part of Petrified Forest National Park, where fossilized trees from the late Triassic period tell the story of a lush, prehistoric landscape teeming with life. One of the most remarkable historical moments tied to the Painted Desert is its role in Route 66 lore. Travelers along the iconic highway were captivated by the surreal beauty of this natural wonder, making it a favorite stop for adventurers. You can hike the trails, explore the fossilized remains, or simply enjoy the breathtaking vistas that seem to stretch endlessly into the horizon. Petrified Forest National Park. This is home to one of the largest and most colorful collections of petrified wood in the world. Located in northeastern Arizona, this 220,000-acre park is a geological and historical treasure, where ancient logs have been transformed into stone over the course of 225 million years. These fossilized trees, which glitter with vibrant hues of red, yellow, purple, and blue from embedded quartz crystals, provide a glimpse into the late Triassic period when the region was a lush, tropical forest. Beyond the petrified wood, the park features a strikingly diverse landscape that includes the Painted Desert, a breathtaking expanse of multicolored badlands created by layers of sediment and volcanic ash. You can explore iconic sites like Blue Mesa, with its bluish clay hills, and Newspaper Rock, where hundreds of petroglyphs etched by indigenous peoples. The park is also home to the ruins of ancient Puebloan structures. Petrified Forest National Park is a haven for adventurers, with scenic drives, hiking trails, and backcountry exploration opportunities. Canyon de Chelly National Monument. Did you know that Canyon de Chelly National Monument is one of the longest continuously inhabited landscapes in North America? Located in northeastern Arizona on Navajo Nation land, this breathtaking canyon is more than just a geological wonder. It is a living monument to the cultural heritage of Native American tribes. For nearly 5,000 years, the canyon has been home to ancient Puebloans, Hopi, and Navajo peoples, who have left behind a tapestry of history etched into the canyon walls through petroglyphs, pictographs, and ancient dwellings. The canyon itself is a masterpiece of natural beauty, with towering sandstone cliffs, some reaching heights of over 1,000 feet, enclosing a lush, green valley where cottonwood trees and seasonal streams flourish. The vibrant red and orange hues of the canyon walls are especially striking at sunrise and sunset, when the play of light enhances the depth and drama of this natural amphitheater. But this isn't just a sight for passive admiration. Canyon de Chelly is alive with stories. Spider Rock, an iconic sandstone spire rising 800 feet from the canyon floor, is steeped in Navajo legend as the home of Spider Woman, a deity who taught the Navajo people to weave. Nowadays, the canyon remains a sacred and living space for the Navajo people, many of whom still farm and graze livestock in its fertile valleys. Meteor Crater. This is one of the best preserved impact craters on Earth. Located near Winslow, this massive crater was formed approximately 50,000 years ago when a meteorite traveling at an estimated 26,000 miles per hour slammed into the planet. The result was a colossal explosion equivalent to 20 million tons of TNT, leaving a gaping hole in the desert landscape. The crater measures about 3,900 feet in diameter, 560 feet deep, and has a circumference of nearly 2.5 miles. Meteor Crater's scientific importance cannot be overstated. It was one of the first sites on Earth definitively proven to be the result of an extraterrestrial impact. Geologist Daniel Barringer, for whom the crater is sometimes called Barringer Crater, dedicated much of his life to studying it, believing it to be a rich source of iron from the meteorite. Today, the crater remains a vital training ground for astronauts, who have practiced lunar exploration techniques here due to its similarity to moon craters. The Visitor Center at Meteor Crater offers an educational experience with exhibits on the science of meteor impacts, the geology of the area, and the history of its discovery. The surrounding high desert adds to the crater's stark beauty, with panoramic views that stretch to the horizon. Cathedral Rock. This is one of Sedona's most iconic landmarks and a magnet for nature lovers and photographers alike. This breathtaking sandstone formation, rising dramatically from the desert floor, is one of the most photographed sites in Arizona and a symbol of the region's unique natural beauty. The rock's name comes from its resemblance to a cathedral, with majestic spires that look as though they are reaching to the sky. The Cathedral Rock is not just visually striking. It also has an interesting geological story. Formed from sandstone and shaped by millions of years of erosion, its layers reveal the natural history of the region. It is part of the Coconino National Forest and is one of the most popular destinations for hiking and photography. The short Cathedral Rock Trail offers a challenging but rewarding trek, giving hikers a close-up view of the stunning rock formations and panoramic vistas of the Verde Valley and distant mountain ranges. Beyond its natural beauty, Cathedral Rock is also said to be a spiritual energy center, or vortex, that attracts people seeking tranquility, healing, or just a sense of connection to the earth. Whether you're ascending to the summit, pausing to admire the view, or capturing the perfect photo, Cathedral Rock is a must-visit destination in the Sedona area. Superstition Mountains. Have you ever heard of the legendary Lost Dutchman's gold mine, said to be hidden somewhere in the rugged expanse of the Superstition Mountains? This mysterious tale of a rich, undiscovered gold vein has lured treasure hunters to this iconic Arizona landmark for over a century. Located east of Phoenix, the Superstition Mountains are more than just a haven for legends. They're a stunning natural wonder steeped in history and geological marvels. Towering jagged peaks, sweeping canyons, and desert flora create a dramatic landscape that's both beautiful and forbidding. The mountains hold deep cultural significance, particularly for the Apache people, who believe the range is sacred and home to spirits. According to Apache lore, the entrance to the underworld. Geologically, the Superstition Mountains are the remnants of a volcanic caldera that erupted around 25 million years ago, forming the dramatic formations seen today. This ancient volcanic activity left behind rugged cliffs, unique rock spires, and basalt flows that make the area a geological treasure. The Superstition Mountains offer a wealth of opportunities for exploration. The Peralta Trail leads hikers through the canyon to the iconic Weaver's Needle, a towering rock formation that has served as a navigational marker for treasure hunters. The region is also part of the Tonto National Forest, providing access to a wide variety of trails. Chiricahua National Monument, often called the Wonderland of Rocks, is famous for its unique rock spires and balanced formations that seem to defy gravity. Located in southeastern Arizona, this area is a geologist's paradise and a favorite destination for hiking enthusiasts. The dramatic landscape was created millions of years ago through volcanic activity that deposited ash and debris, which eventually solidified into the distinctive rock formations seen today. Over time, the elements carved these rocks into stunning pillars, pinnacles, and balanced rocks that appear to be on the verge of falling but never do. The Chiricahua National Monument is named for the Chiricahua Apache, who lived in the region and used it as a stronghold. The area has a rich cultural history. The monument offers more than just great views. It features the incredible 8-mile-long Wonderland of Rocks Loop Road, which is a must for those looking to take in the scenery. Hikers can explore trails like the Heart of Rocks Trail, where rock formations have been whimsically named for their shapes. Wildlife enthusiasts can spot species such as coatimundi, mountain lions, and hawks in the area's diverse ecosystems. Saguaro National Park. This national park is home to the largest cacti in the United States, the iconic saguaro cactus, which can grow over 40 feet tall and live for more than 150 years. Located near Tucson in Arizona, this unique national park is split into two districts: the Rincon Mountain District to the east and the Tucson Mountain District to the west. Together, they protect over 90,000 acres of pristine Sonoran desert, offering one of the most biodiverse deserts in the world. The saguaro cactus, a symbol of the American Southwest, is the park's star attraction. These towering plants begin their slow growth under nurse trees and can take up to 75 years to develop their first arms, which help them store water. Beyond saguaros, the park is teeming with desert life, including cholla and prickly pear cacti, palo verde trees, and wildflowers. Saguaro National Park also has a rich human history. The Tejano Owatem people have lived in the region for centuries, relying on the saguaro for food, shelter, and cultural practices. The park contains evidence of ancient habitation, including petroglyphs and remnants of Hohokam villages. You can explore the park through scenic drives like the Cactus Forest Loop in the East District or the Bajada Loop in the West District. Hiking trails range from short, easy walks to challenging treks into the Rincon Mountains. Sunrise and sunset are magical times to visit, as the desert landscape glows in shades of gold and pink, and the silhouettes of saguaros create unforgettable vistas. From Arizona's iconic canyons, we cross into Nevada, where desert landscapes transform into surreal rock formations and hidden valleys of fire. Valley of Fire State Park. Did you know that Valley of Fire State Park in Nevada is named after the blazing red sandstone formations that glow like fire under the desert sun? Located just an hour outside Las Vegas, this park is Nevada's oldest and largest state park, and it's filled with dramatic landscapes and ancient history. The red rock formations, which were formed over 150 million years ago during the age of the dinosaurs, have been sculpted into stunning shapes by wind and water. Among the park's most fascinating features are the petroglyphs etched into the rocks by the ancient ancestral Puebloans over 2,000 years ago. You can hike to see these incredible carvings, as well as famous rock formations like Elephant Rock and the Fire Wave. The park's unique geology has also made it a popular filming location for Hollywood movies, including Star Trek. Whether you're a history enthusiast, geology buff, or just looking for a spectacular desert landscape, Valley of Fire offers a striking contrast to Nevada's more famous attractions. Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area. Did you know that Red Rock Canyon's famous red sandstone cliffs are over 180 million years old? Just 15 miles west of Las Vegas, this conservation area provides a stunning contrast to the city's neon lights with its breathtaking desert landscapes, towering red rock formations, and rich history. These rock formations are part of the Mojave Desert and were formed by an ancient sand dune field, which fossilized over millennia, creating a landscape that appears almost Martian. The region is also historically significant. Native American tribes like the Southern Paiutes and Mojave people once lived in the area, leaving behind petroglyphs and other artifacts. Red Rock Canyon's diverse geology includes canyons, sandstone peaks, and narrow slot canyons, which make it a popular spot for hikers, rock climbers, and nature photographers. You can explore the 13-mile scenic loop, which offers numerous overlooks and trailheads leading to hidden springs, seasonal waterfalls, and unique desert flora like the Joshua Tree. In addition to its natural beauty, Red Rock Canyon is also home to diverse wildlife, including desert tortoises, burrowing owls, and wild burros. With its remarkable geology and cultural history, Red Rock Canyon provides an immersive experience into Nevada's desert wilderness and prehistoric landscapes. Lake Mead. This is the largest reservoir in the United States, offers much more than just water in the desert. It's a marvel of engineering, a recreational hotspot, and a crucial water source for millions. Formed by the construction of the Hoover Dam on the Colorado River in the 1930s, Lake Mead stretches over 112 miles and provides water and hydroelectric power to Nevada, Arizona, California, and parts of Mexico. But did you know that under its surface lie remnants of ghost towns flooded when the lake filled, including the town of St. Thomas, which resurfaces during droughts? Lake Mead's recreation area, designated as the nation's first national recreation area, spans over 1.5 million acres of desert, mountains, and lakefront, offering boating, fishing, camping, and hiking opportunities. The lake's turquoise waters attract visitors year-round, with sandy beaches, hidden coves, and warm temperatures ideal for water activities. Lake Mead also supports a surprising variety of wildlife, from bighorn sheep grazing on the cliffs to migratory birds resting at the lake's shores. The area surrounding Lake Mead has witnessed a fascinating history, from Native American settlements to early Spanish explorers and American pioneers. But climate change and prolonged drought have significantly lowered Lake Mead's water levels, revealing ghostly bathtub rings along its shoreline and sparking concern about its future. Today, Lake Mead stands as a symbol of both the ingenuity of human engineering and the delicate balance of nature in the arid Southwest. Cathedral Gorge State Park. Have you ever seen a desert landscape that looks like ancient cathedral spires? Cathedral Gorge State Park, located in southeastern Nevada, is named for its unique, dramatic clay formations that rise like natural towers from the valley floor. These formations, known as hoodoos, were created by volcanic activity and erosion over millions of years, carving narrow canyons and dramatic ridges into the soft clay. Designated as a state park in 1935, Cathedral Gorge was one of Nevada's first state parks and remains a popular spot for hiking, photography, and exploration. Trails lead through narrow, winding slots that feel like natural mazes, and the Miller Point Overlook offers stunning panoramic views of the canyon. Black Rock Desert. This is the site of famous Burning Man Festival, an annual week-long large-scale desert event focused on community, art, self-expression, and self-reliance. The desert is also home to the largest flat expanse of land in North America, creating prime location for breaking land speed records. Located in northwestern Nevada, this vast and remote desert spans over 1,000 square miles and is part of the Great Basin. The most striking feature of the Black Rock Desert is its expansive playa, a dry lakebed that stretches out like an endless white canvas, framed by rugged mountain ranges. This seemingly barren land was once part of prehistoric Lake Lahontan, a massive lake that covered much of Nevada during the Ice Age. As the lake dried up, it left behind the playa and unique geological formations such as tufa mounds and alkali flats. The Black Rock Desert is best known today as the site of Burning Man, an annual art and culture festival that transforms the playa into a temporary city of creativity and self-expression. Beyond Burning Man, the desert has played a role in history, serving as part of the Applegate Trail during the westward migration of settlers in the 1840s. The emigrants endured harsh conditions crossing this arid expanse, and remnants of their journey, such as wagon ruts, can still be seen. With its unique combination of history, natural beauty, and cultural significance, the Black Rock Desert stands as one of Nevada's most iconic and awe-inspiring landscapes. Great Basin National Park. Imagine standing among trees that are over 4,000 years old. Great Basin National Park in eastern Nevada offers precisely that. This park is home to some of the oldest living organisms on Earth, ancient bristlecone pines. But the park's natural wonders don't end there. Great Basin is also famous for Wheeler Peak, Nevada's second highest mountain, and the Lehman Caves, a fascinating network of marble caverns decorated with rare cave formations. The park is also a dark sky haven, offering some of the most brilliant stargazing in the United States. On clear nights, you can see the Milky Way and even other galaxies with the naked eye. Established in 1986, Great Basin became Nevada's only national park and serves as a conservation area for high desert landscapes, alpine lakes, and glacier remnants. Seasonal changes bring different experiences, with wildflower blooms in spring and golden aspens in fall, creating a unique destination in every season. Leaving Nevada's deserts behind, the land rises into Utah's legendary Red Rock Country, home to arches, cliffs, and otherworldly landscapes. Zion National Park. These towering cliffs and canyons of Zion National Park were once a vast sea. Over 250 million years ago, what we now see as desert sandstone cliffs were underwater, with mineral deposits eventually forming the majestic rock layers. The park was established in 1919, and it was Utah's first national park, protecting nearly 230 square miles of diverse ecosystems and geological wonders. With landmarks like Angel's Landing, a spine-tingling hike along narrow ridges with its breathtaking views, and the Narrows, a river hike through the stunning Slot Canyon of the Virgin River. Zion is as thrilling as it is beautiful. The park's sandstone walls rise as high as 2,000 feet, while exposing layers of reds, pinks, and creams created by centuries of erosion and shifting earth. The ancient rock art and petroglyphs left by ancestral Puebloans provide a glimpse into the past, as they were the first to call this area home. Zion is also a living laboratory for observing desert ecosystems, as it hosts everything from canyon tree frogs to peregrine falcons, demonstrating how life can flourish in seemingly impossible conditions. Bryce Canyon National Park. This sprawling reserve in southern Utah is known for crimson-colored hoodoos, which are spire-shaped rock formations that reach skyward, are a result of millions of years of frost wedging and acidic rainfall that have created these towering structures. This landscape, though called a canyon, is actually a series of natural amphitheaters and not a canyon at all. Bryce Canyon was named after Mormon settler Ebenezer Bryce, who homesteaded the area in the 1870s, calling it a hell of a place to lose a cow. The park was established in 1928 and is renowned for its unique geological formations, including the famous Bryce Amphitheater. Witnessing the sunrise and sunset over the park is one of the popular activities, when the hoodoos shift in color from pale pinks to deep reds and oranges. Beyond geology, Bryce Canyon offers some of the darkest night skies in the United States, making it a prime location for stargazing. So, each year, its astronomy festival attracts space geeks around the country to view constellations, planets, and even the Milky Way without the interference of light pollution. Arches National Park. Did you know that Arches National Park contains more than 2,000 natural stone arches, the highest concentration found anywhere in the world? This stunning park, located near Moab in Utah, is a geological wonderland shaped by millions of years of erosion, creating some of the most iconic landscapes in the American Southwest. The park's most famous formation, Delicate Arch, is a symbol of Utah itself and stands 52 feet tall, precariously balanced in the desert against a backdrop of rugged red rock. Double Arch, Landscape Arch, Bowie Arch, and Corona Arch are a few other famous formations in the park hikers love to explore. Arches National Park is not only a showcase of natural beauty, but also a place with rich human history. Ancient petroglyphs left by the Ute and Puebloan people can be found in several areas, depicting scenes of hunting and daily life. During the early 20th century, settlers and explorers passed through this remote region, but it wasn't until 1929 that Arches was established as a national monument. Hikers and photographers alike are drawn to the park for its breathtaking sunrises and sunsets that illuminate the red rock formations in fiery hues. The unique combination of wind, water, and time continues to reshape these natural arches. Canyonlands National Park. Ever wondered what happens when two rivers carve through a desert for thousands of years? Canyonlands National Park, divided by the Green and Colorado rivers, is the answer, and it's a testament to the unstoppable forces of nature. The park is split into 4 districts: Island in the Sky, the Needles, the Maze, and the Rivers, each with its own dramatic landscape and challenges. Island in the Sky is a mesa rises dramatically above the surrounding canyons, offering breathtaking views of the Colorado River and the Needles District. The Needles District is characterized by towering spires of sandstone, creating a surreal and otherworldly landscape. The Maze is a remote and rugged district, with a labyrinth of deep canyons and narrow passages, offering a challenging and rewarding adventure for experienced hikers. One of the most famous features in park is Mesa Arch, which offers a stunning sunrise view as light filters through its sandstone span. In the Rivers District, the Colorado and Green Rivers carve their way through the park, creating dramatic canyons and whitewater rapids. Canyonlands became a national park in 1964, but its history extends much further back. Evidence of ancient cultures is found throughout, with petroglyphs and ruins dating back over 2,000 years. Canyonlands is also known for Dead Horse Point, which is both scenic and historic, earning its name from the story of cowboys who once corralled wild horses on the cliff, with many sadly unable to escape. Capitol Reef National Park. Ever wondered what a reef is doing in the middle of Utah? Capitol Reef National Park is named for the Water Pocket Fold, a 100-mile-long wrinkle in the Earth's crust, and for the white dome-like rock formations that resemble the U.S. Capitol building. This hidden gem is less crowded than other Utah parks, so it is a tranquil spot to explore. The Fremont culture inhabited this area around 700 to 1300 AD, leaving behind petroglyphs that offer a glimpse into their way of life. Established in 1971, Capitol Reef is known for its stunning red rock cliffs, natural bridges, and lush valleys. The Water Pocket Fold offers an impressive view of the forces that shape our planet, with its deep gorges and narrow canyons cut by centuries of erosion. For those seeking a unique adventure, Capitol Reef's Cathedral Valley boasts impressive rock formations like monolithic towers and spires, creating a cathedral-like landscape. Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument. Have you ever explored a place so remote and rugged that parts of it are still being mapped today? Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument, spanning nearly 1.9 million acres in southern Utah, is one of the most untamed and geologically diverse areas in the United States. It gets its name from the staircase, a series of massive, colorful cliffs and plateaus that descend southward from Bryce Canyon to the Grand Canyon. This area is a treasure trove for paleontologists and archaeologists, with discoveries of dinosaur fossils dating back 75 million years and evidence of ancient human occupation. In fact, some of the most important dinosaur discoveries in North America have been made here in recent decades, such as the 75-million-year-old horned dinosaur species. Grand Staircase Escalante also holds a rich cultural history, with rock art and ancient dwellings of the Fremont and ancestral Puebloan peoples scattered throughout its canyons. This monument's vast wilderness, filled with slot canyons, natural arches, and pristine desert landscapes, makes it a paradise for adventurous hikers and explorers. Whether you're fascinated by geology, history, or simply the allure of the unexplored, Grand Staircase Escalante offers endless opportunities for discovery and wonder. Goblin Valley State Park. Did you know that Goblin Valley State Park was once the setting for an alien planet in a Hollywood movie galaxy quest? This strange and fascinating landscape in Utah is known for its eerie, mushroom-shaped rock formations called goblins, which were formed over millions of years by wind and water eroding layers of sandstone. The park's bizarre scenery has an almost otherworldly feel, which is why it was used as the backdrop for the movie Galaxy Quest. These unique sandstone formations, ranging from a few feet to over 10 feet tall, are scattered across the valley, creating a playground for the imagination. The park's history goes far beyond the goblins, though ancient petroglyphs found nearby suggest that Native American tribes used the area long before European settlers arrived. The soft rocks make this an excellent place for families to explore, as you are encouraged to wander through the goblins and climb the rock formations. Goblin Valley's surreal beauty combined with its sense of mystery and history make it one of Utah's most underrated natural wonders. Bonneville Salt Flats. This unique landscape is the remnant of the ancient Lake Bonneville, a prehistoric lake that covered much of the Great Basin during the last ice age. When the lake evaporated thousands of years ago, it left behind thick layers of salt, creating a vast natural flat that now serves as a geological wonder in the area. The Bonneville Salt Flats, stretching over 30,000 acres in northwestern Utah, is a dazzling white expanse of salt, so flat and reflective that it almost looks like ice. The Bonneville Salt Flats are famous for the Bonneville Speedway, where land speed records have been set and broken for nearly a century. The flats provide ideal conditions for high-speed racing due to their flat and firm surface, attracting drivers from around the world. Beyond racing, the flats are a fascinating place to visit for photographers, filmmakers, and anyone captivated by the surreal beauty of this shimmering, otherworldly landscape. Great Salt Lake. Covering 1,700 square miles, the Great Salt Lake is the largest saltwater lake in the Western Hemisphere, with salinity levels much higher than the ocean. This is due to the lake's lack of an outlet. Once the water flows in but can only escape through evaporation, leaving behind salts and minerals. Often called America's Dead Sea, the Great Salt Lake is home to unique wildlife, including brine shrimp, which sustain millions of migratory birds each year. Native American tribes, including the Shoshone and Ute, have long lived near the lake, using it as a source of food and cultural significance. The lake also has an unusual feature. It's divided into two parts by a railroad causeway, creating a stark color difference due to the salinity variations. Despite its harsh waters, the lake's wetlands are critical for bird habitats, with the Bear River Migratory Bird Refuge attracting birdwatchers from across the globe. The lake's fluctuating water levels continue to make it a dynamic and ever-changing wonder of the West. From Utah's sandstone wonderlands, we climb eastward into Colorado's high peaks and wild canyons, where the Rocky Mountains dominate the horizon. Garden of the Gods. This place was named one of the most scenic places in the U.S. thanks to its striking red rock formations. Located in Colorado Springs, this geological wonder features towering sandstone spires, balancing rocks, and sheer cliffs, some over 300 million years old. The area was sacred to the Ute people, who believed the towering rocks were a gift from their creator. In 1879, railroad magnate Charles Eliot Perkins purchased the land, later donating it to the city under the condition that it remain free and open to the public. The park's unique features are the result of millions of years of geological upheaval, as layers of sedimentary rock were pushed upward by the forces that created the Rocky Mountains. You can explore its 15 miles of trails, including the Perkins Central Garden Trail, which provides up-close views of the towering formations. Popular with rock climbers, photographers, and history enthusiasts, Garden of the Gods is a place where nature, history, and outdoor adventure converge. Red Rocks Park. This park is not only home to the world-famous amphitheater, but also a geological and recreational marvel. Located just outside Denver, this 738-acre park is a stunning blend of towering red sandstone formations, unique wildlife, and miles of scenic trails. The massive rocks, formed over 300 million years ago, were shaped by ancient seas, shifting tectonic plates, and erosion, creating the park's iconic red hues and dramatic formations like Shiprock and Creation Rock. These natural monuments have served as sacred gathering places for indigenous tribes, including the Ute, who revered the area's spiritual energy. Today, the park is a haven for outdoor enthusiasts. You can hike trails like the Red Rocks Trail, offering panoramic views of Denver and the Front Range, or spot wildlife such as mule deer, red foxes, and golden eagles. The park's visitor center showcases its rich history, geology, and role in hosting legendary concerts. Whether you're hiking, exploring ancient rock formations, or catching a show at sunset, Red Rocks Park offers an unforgettable fusion of natural beauty, history, and recreation. Great Sand Dunes National Park. Located in southern Colorado, Great Sand Dunes National Park features the tallest sand dunes in North America, some of which soar over 750 feet high. These dunes were formed by thousands of years of wind and water erosion, with sand accumulating in this unique basin surrounded by the Sangre de Cristo and San Juan Mountains. Beyond the dunes, the park also includes alpine lakes, grasslands, and wetlands, offering a surprisingly diverse ecosystem. The dunes are a playground for adventurers, where you can sandboard or sled down the golden slopes, hike to the summit of High Dune, or explore Medano Creek, a seasonal stream that flows at the base of the dunes. Historically, the area was home to the indigenous Ute and Navajo people, who believed the dunes were created by a great battle between gods. Today, stargazers flock to the park for its designation as an international dark sky park, where the night sky is as mesmerizing as the dunes themselves. Black Canyon of the Gunnison. The parts of this canyon are so steep and deep that sunlight only touches the canyon floor for a few minutes each day. This amazing wonder, located in western Colorado, is known for its dramatic cliffs and narrow gorge carved by the Gunnison River over millions of years. The canyon's walls, reaching over 2,700 feet in some places, expose some of the oldest rock formations in North America, dating back nearly 2 billion years. This geological marvel is also a great place for adventurers, where you can kayak through the river's intense Class V rapids, or climb its vertical cliffs, which considered some of the most challenging climbs in the country. Historically, the canyon was a formidable obstacle for settlers and travelers. In 1882, the Denver and Rio Grande Western Railroad achieved the incredible feat of laying tracks through part of the canyon, a dangerous and costly venture. Today, Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park preserves this rugged beauty, offering hiking, stargazing under some of the darkest skies in Colorado, and sheer inspiration from nature's power. Glenwood Canyon. Located in western Colorado, is a 12.5-mile stretch of awe-inspiring beauty carved by the relentless flow of the Colorado River over millions of years. Towering limestone and sandstone cliffs, some reaching up to 1,300 feet, frame the canyon, creating a dramatic contrast against the lush greenery and the sparkling river below. The construction of Interstate 70 through Glenwood Canyon, completed in 1992, is considered one of the greatest engineering accomplishments of its kind. The highway was carefully designed to blend with the environment, featuring elevated roadways, tunnels, and scenic pull-offs that minimize its impact on the surrounding ecosystem. Glenwood Canyon is also a gateway to adventure. You can raft or kayak the rapids of the Colorado River, bike along the scenic Glenwood Canyon Recreation Trail, or hike to its crown jewel, Hanging Lake. This pristine, turquoise-colored lake, perched on a cliffside, is fed by waterfalls and surrounded by lush vegetation, creating a serene and almost magical setting. The canyon has been a corridor of human activity for centuries, serving as a travel route for indigenous peoples and later, for settlers and railroad companies during Colorado's development. Mesa Verde National Park. What if you could walk through a 700-year-old stone village built into a cliff? Mesa Verde National Park in southwestern Colorado preserves some of the most remarkable ancestral Puebloan cliff dwellings in North America. Mesa Verde became a national park in 1906, the first created to preserve cultural heritage rather than natural beauty. The park's crown jewel is Cliff Palace, a vast community built beneath a sandstone overhang. There are no swimming areas in the park, but the hiking trails offer a physical and intellectual challenge. Routes like the Petroglyph Point Trail are moderately strenuous and rich in archaeological significance. Many cliff dwellings can only be visited via ranger-led tours, ensuring both safety and preservation. The park sits at elevations over 7,000 feet, so you should be mindful of altitude sickness. Access is via a single, winding entrance road off US Route 160. Bring sun protection, plenty of water, and a strong curiosity about ancient civilizations. This park is an outdoor museum, preserving the stories of a resilient, sophisticated people. Maroon Bells. The Maroon Bells, two towering peaks in the Elk Mountains near Aspen, are often called the most photographed mountains in North America. Rising over 14,000 feet, these majestic peaks are named for their deep red hue, created by the weathering of sedimentary rock. Surrounded by alpine meadows and aspen groves, Maroon Lake at their base adds to the area's stunning beauty. However, these peaks have a dangerous side. The loose, crumbly rock that forms them has earned the nickname, the Deadly Bells, among climbers. The area has been sacred to the Ute people for centuries, who revered its serene beauty and abundant wildlife. Today, it's a designated wilderness area, meaning no cars can enter during peak seasons, preserving its pristine nature. You can explore hiking trails like the iconic Crater Lake Trail, photograph the reflections of the bells at sunrise, or simply revel in the tranquility of this awe-inspiring landscape. Telluride Bridal Veil Falls. This is Colorado's tallest free-falling waterfall, plunges an impressive 365 feet into the valley below. Located near Telluride, this iconic waterfall is as steeped in history as it is in beauty. At the top of the falls sits a historic hydroelectric power plant, originally built in the late 1800s to power the mining operations that fueled Telluride's growth. Today, the power plant is still operational, making it a rare example of a 19th century renewable energy project that continues to function. The trail to Bridal Veil Falls is a favorite among hikers and offers stunning views of Telluride's Box Canyon, framed by the towering San Juan Mountains. In winter, the frozen falls become a world-class destination for ice climbers, while summer brings a torrent of water that dazzles visitors. Bridal Veil Falls not only serves as a symbol of Colorado's rugged beauty, but also as a reminder of the ingenuity and perseverance that shaped its history. Rocky Mountain National Park. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to stand above the clouds? At Rocky Mountain National Park, you can do just that by driving along Trail Ridge Road, the highest continuous paved road in the United States, which reaches an elevation of over 12,000 feet, makes you feel like stand above the clouds. Located in northern Colorado, the park spans over 265,000 acres of majestic mountain landscapes. From snow-capped peaks to pristine alpine lakes, you can spot elk, moose, and bighorn sheep roaming freely, while hiking trails like the challenging Longs Peak or the serene Bear Lake. For thousands of years, it was a sacred site for the Arapaho and Ute tribes, who saw the mountains as spiritual guardians. Later, in 1915, it's designated as a national park to preserve the area. Whether you're hiking, wildlife watching, or simply soaking in the views, Rocky Mountain National Park offers an unforgettable glimpse into the grandeur of Colorado's wilderness. Crossing south from Colorado, the landscape shifts into New Mexico's desert wilderness, a land of white sands, ancient caves, and volcanic wonders. White Sands National Park. If you ever wanted to walk on the world's largest gypsum dune field, this is the place to go. White Sands National Park in New Mexico is home to over 275 square miles of dazzling, white sand dunes, formed from gypsum crystals that give the landscape its striking, snow-like appearance. The park's history is as fascinating as its unique environment. Native American tribes have inhabited this area for over 10,000 years, and ancient footprints preserved in the dunes show evidence of humans living here during the Ice Age. Later, during World War II, the area was used for missile testing, which adds another layer to its historical significance. The white sands themselves are constantly shifting and reshaping due to wind, creating a dynamic environment where plants and animals have adapted in fascinating ways, such as the bleached earless lizard, which has evolved to blend in with its white surroundings. You can hike, sled down the dunes, or enjoy a night under the stars in one of the most extraordinary landscapes in the U.S. This national park combines natural wonder, human history, and the intrigue of a place that looks unlike anywhere else on Earth. Carlsbad Caverns National Park. Did you know that beneath the Chihuahuan Desert lies a hidden world of over 119 caves? Carlsbad Caverns National Park, one of the largest cave systems in the United States, offers an awe-inspiring glimpse into a subterranean wonderland. The park's crown jewel, the Big Room, is one of the largest underground chambers in North America, spanning an incredible 8.2 acres. This cavern, formed millions of years ago by sulfuric acid dissolving limestone, showcases a dazzling array of stalactites, stalagmites, and columns. You can explore this vast chamber through self-guided or ranger-led tours, marveling at formations like the Rock of Ages and the Chandelier. But the magic doesn't end there. During summer evenings, the Bat Flight program allows guests to witness hundreds of thousands of Mexican free-tailed bats swarming out of the cave at dusk, an extraordinary natural phenomenon. The caverns were first publicized in the 1920s by Jim White, a local cowboy, whose adventurous spirit brought this geological treasure to the world's attention. Today, the park is not only a natural marvel but also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, preserving the intricate history and mystery of these caves for generations to explore. Breathtaking Wilderness. What if you could step onto a landscape that feels like another planet? The Breathtaking Wilderness in northwestern New Mexico offers exactly that. A surreal desertscape of bizarre rock formations, fossil beds, and colorful badlands. The name combines Bisti, Navajo for among the adobe formations, and Danazin, Navajo for cranes, reflecting the area's Native American heritage. Over 70 million years ago, this land was part of a vast coastal swamp, and its layers of sandstone, shale, and coal reveal the remnants of a prehistoric ecosystem. As you wander the wilderness, you'll encounter hoodoos, spires, and mushroom-like formations sculpted by wind and water over millennia. Among the area's many highlights are the Egg Factory, where spherical stones resemble a nest of dinosaur eggs, and petrified wood remnants that speak to its ancient forest past. Paleontologists have even uncovered dinosaur fossils here, including a rare and complete skull of a pentaceratops. This unique location is entirely undeveloped, which means no marked trails or amenities, so it is a paradise for intrepid explorers looking for a remote and untouched adventure. Shiprock. Rising nearly 1,600 feet above the surrounding desert plains, Shiprock, or Se Bidai in Navajo, with the meaning of rock with wings, is considered sacred to the Navajo Nation. This towering monolith is actually the core of an ancient volcano. Its jagged spire formed over 30 million years ago as magma cooled and eroded. According to Navajo legend, Shiprock represents the great bird that carried their ancestors to safety during their migration. This sacred site is central to Navajo ceremonial practices and remains a place of spiritual reverence. In 1939, Shiprock made history in a different way when it was successfully climbed by geologists and mountaineers, although climbing is now prohibited to respect its sacred status. Shiprock's dramatic silhouette has made it a favorite subject for photographers and filmmakers, often appearing as a symbol of the American Southwest. Surrounding the rock are ancient volcanic dikes, long ridges of hardened magma that create an otherworldly landscape. While you can admire Shiprock from a distance, its cultural significance and raw beauty make it a place that captures both the imagination and the soul. Kashikatui Tent Rocks National Monument. Kashikatui Tent Rocks National Monument, located near Cochiti Pueblo, is a mesmerizing blend of geology, history, and natural beauty. The name, Kashikatui, meaning white cliffs, in Carasan, which is the language of the local Pueblo people, perfectly describes the towering cone-shaped rock formations that resemble tents. These formations were sculpted by layers of volcanic ash, pumice, and tuff, which were subsequently eroded by wind and water into their iconic shapes. The monument features hiking trails that lead visitors through slot canyons and up to breathtaking viewpoints where the entire landscape unfolds like a natural amphitheater. One fascinating fact is that many of the tent rocks are capped with harder stones that protect the softer material beneath from erosion, creating their distinctive hoodoo appearance. This area also holds cultural significance for the Cochiti Pueblo people, who have lived in harmony with this land for generations. Bandelier National Monument, located near Los Alamos in New Mexico, offers a remarkable glimpse into the lives of the ancestral Puebloans who thrived in this region over 700 years ago. This stunning monument covers more than 33,000 acres of rugged canyons, high desert mesas, and lush woodlands. But its centerpiece is the Frijoles Canyon, where you can explore ancient cliff dwellings, ceremonial kivas, and remnants of a thriving community. The ancestral Puebloans carved their homes directly into the soft volcanic tuff of the canyon walls, creating multi-story dwellings that blend seamlessly into the landscape. These structures, along with freestanding buildings on the canyon floor, showcase their ingenuity and ability to adapt to the harsh desert environment. It's also a haven for wildlife and a treasure trove of natural beauty. Ponderosa pines, wildflowers, and juniper trees line the trails. The park also preserves the cultural heritage of the modern Pueblo peoples, who still honor their ancestral ties to the land. El Malpais National Monument. El Malpais translates to the Badlands, yet it's one of the most fascinating landscapes in New Mexico. El Malpais National Monument is a dramatic showcase of volcanic features, including vast lava flows, cinder cones, and lava tubes. This rugged terrain was shaped by eruptions as recent as 3,000 years ago, making it geologically young and exceptionally preserved. Despite its name, the area is far from barren. Juniper and pinyon trees thrive here, alongside unique plants that have adapted to grow in the cracks of the lava. One of the most remarkable spots is La Ventana Arch, a natural sandstone arch that stands as a testament to the region's erosional forces. Historically, El Malpais has been a place of significance for indigenous peoples, including the Zuni and Acoma, who view the landscape as sacred and incorporate it into their oral traditions. You can explore the ancient lava tubes, some of which extend for miles underground, offering a glimpse into the dynamic forces that shaped the earth. With its stark beauty and rich cultural history, El Malpais is both a geological marvel and a testament to the resilience of life in harsh environments. Gila Wilderness. Did you know that the Gila Wilderness was the first designated wilderness area in the United States? Established in 1924, this sprawling expanse of nearly 560,000 acres is a sanctuary for nature lovers and adventure seekers. Located within the Gila National Forest, it's a diverse landscape of rugged mountains, deep canyons, and lush forests. The wilderness is also home to the headwaters of the Gila River, a vital water source for the region. History buffs will be captivated by the Gila Cliff Dwellings National Monument, ancient structures built by the Mogollon people over 700 years ago. These dwellings, nestled into the cliffs, offer a glimpse into the ingenuity of early civilizations. The area is teeming with wildlife. The Gila Wilderness is also a hotspot for hiking, horseback riding, and camping, with miles of trails winding through its pristine beauty. Heading north, deserts give way to vast plains and jagged peaks as we enter Wyoming and Montana, lands of geysers, glaciers, and untamed frontier beauty. Devil's Tower. Rising 867 feet above the Belle Fourche River in northeastern Wyoming, this awe-inspiring monolith was designated as America's first national monument by President Theodore Roosevelt in 1906. The tower, a giant rock monolith, is revered by Native American tribes, including the Lakota, Cheyenne, and Crow, who view it as a sacred site. Geologists theorizing that it was created millions of years ago as magma pushed up through sedimentary rock and then solidified into the unique hexagonal columns we see today. Erosion eventually stripped away the softer rock surrounding the tower, leaving its impressive shape standing alone in stark contrast to the surrounding prairie. Legend has it that the vertical grooves seen along its sides were made by a bear's claws as it chased young girls who were saved by the rock growing tall beneath them. The columnar jointing seen here, those unique grooves and cracks, was formed millions of years ago through the cooling and fracturing of lava. Today, Devil's Tower attracts geologists, climbers from around the world. Aside from its geological significance, the site also supports a variety of wildlife, including prairie dogs that populate the area surrounding the monument, adding a lively dimension to the experience. Grand Teton National Park. Did you know Grand Teton National Park is home to some of the youngest mountains in the Rocky Mountain chain, yet it's one of the oldest protected landscapes in the United States? Established in 1929, the park sprawls across nearly 310,000 acres in northwestern Wyoming and boasts one of the most breathtaking mountain ranges in the country, the Teton Range. The Grand Teton, the park's namesake and tallest peak, rises to an impressive 13,770 feet, surrounded by rugged, glacier-carved mountains that create a stunning skyline visible from miles away. The Teton's sharp, dramatic peaks are largely the result of tectonic activity, with the Earth's crust slowly lifting and creating a fault line that has exposed these jagged formations over millions of years. Beyond its stunning landscapes, Grand Teton National Park is a haven for wildlife. The park's diverse habitats, from alpine meadows to lush valleys and pristine lakes, are home to a rich array of animals, including grizzly bears, moose, elk, bison, and wolves. Each year, the park becomes part of one of the largest elk migrations in North America, as thousands of elk move from high-altitude summer grazing grounds to lower elevations. One of the most iconic locations in the park is the historic Mormon Row, a cluster of rustic homesteads that were settled in the late 19th century and are often photographed against the dramatic backdrop of the Tetons. This park is also significant for its glacial features, with several visible glaciers formed thousands of years ago. For those interested in climbing, the Tetons provide some of the most challenging alpine climbing in the country, while the Snake River, which winds through the park, offers opportunities for scenic rafting and fishing. Yellowstone National Park. Did you know that Yellowstone National Park was the very first national park in the world? Established in 1872, it spans across 3 states, Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, covering nearly 3,500 square miles of stunning and diverse landscapes. Yellowstone is best known for its geothermal wonders, including the famous Old Faithful Geyser, which erupts approximately every 90 minutes, shooting hot water up to 180 feet into the air. The park sits on top of a massive volcanic hotspot, which fuels an otherworldly array of geysers, hot springs, mud pots, and fumaroles, creating one of the largest concentrations of geothermal features on Earth. Beyond its thermal attractions, Yellowstone is a wildlife haven, with populations of grizzly bears, bison, elk, and wolves thriving within its borders. Here are some of the must-see sights and experiences in Yellowstone. Old Faithful, Yellowstone's most famous geyser. Old Faithful erupts approximately every 90 minutes, shooting boiling water up to 130 feet into the air. You can view eruptions from the viewing area or on trails nearby. Grand Prismatic Spring. This is the largest hot spring in the US and the third largest in the world. The Grand Prismatic Spring dazzles with vibrant colors, ranging from deep blues to fiery oranges and reds, due to the heat-loving bacteria around its edges. Mammoth Hot Springs. This is a terraced formations created by hot, mineral-laden water bubbling to the surface. Over centuries, it has created intricate layers of limestone, forming stair-step-like pools that change color and shape over time. Upper and Lower Yellowstone River Falls. The most famous waterfall in Yellowstone National Park is the Lower Yellowstone River Falls with an impressive 308-foot drop. Just off the main highway between North Rim Drive and South Rim Drive in the canyon area. The brink of the upper falls is a dramatic drop of 109 feet into the storied Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. Historically, the park is rich in cultural significance. Native American tribes, including the Shoshone and Bannock, have used the area for thousands of years. When Yellowstone was established as a national park, it paved the way for the global conservation movement, inspiring the protection of natural wonders worldwide. In addition to its hot springs and wildlife, Yellowstone features breathtaking vistas of mountain ranges, lush forests, and the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, a stunning canyon carved by the Yellowstone River with spectacular waterfalls. Whether exploring its miles of scenic trails, observing its abundant wildlife, or marveling at the geothermal landscapes, Yellowstone provides a unique, multifaceted experience that captures the beauty and power of nature at its most primal. Glacier National Park. Also known as the crown of the continent because it serves as a vital water source for 3 major watersheds in North America. Located in the Rocky Mountains of northwestern Montana, this stunning park spans over 1 million acres, featuring rugged peaks, vast forests, and more than 700 miles of hiking trails. It is also part of the larger Waterton Glacier International Peace Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which symbolizes the friendship between the United States and Canada. The park was established in 1910, making it one of the first national parks in the United States. For thousands of years, the Blackfeet, Salish, and Kootenai tribes have called this area home, weaving its landscapes into their spiritual and cultural traditions. Evidence of their presence can be seen in ancient trails and sacred sites throughout the park. One of the park's iconic features is the Going to the Sun Road, a 50-mile marvel of early 20th century engineering that offers breathtaking views of glacial valleys, cascading waterfalls, and alpine meadows. The road also provides access to some of the park's most popular spots, including Logan Pass, Hidden Lake, and the Continental Divide. Glacier National Park is also an important area for studying climate change. When it was established, the park had an estimated 150 glaciers. Today, only 25 remain, with scientists predicting that they may disappear entirely within the next few decades if warming trends continue. Despite this, the park remains a living classroom for studying the impacts of glacial retreat, geology, and ecological change. Grinnell Glacier. Have you ever wanted to witness the impact of time and climate etched into the landscape? Grinnell Glacier in Glacier National Park offers that and more. Named after George Bird Grinnell, an early conservationist who helped establish the park, this glacier is a stunning yet sobering reminder of climate change. In the late 19th century, the glacier was much larger, but it has since retreated significantly, with scientists predicting it could disappear entirely within the coming decades if warming trends persist. Despite this, Grinnell Glacier remains a highlight for visitors, offering one of the most scenic and rewarding hikes in Glacier National Park. The trail to Grinnell Glacier winds through dense forests, past turquoise lakes like Swiftcurrent and Josephine, and across alpine meadows bursting with wildflowers. Historically, the glacier and surrounding peaks held deep spiritual significance for the Blackfeet tribe, who viewed the region as sacred. At the trail's end, you are greeted by a jaw-dropping view of the glacier surrounded by towering cliffs and an emerald-green glacial lake. Grinnell Glacier is not just a natural wonder. It's a place of beauty, history, and environmental importance. Missouri River breaks. Have you ever wondered what it was like for explorers like Lewis and Clark to traverse untouched wilderness? The Upper Missouri River Breaks National Monument preserves one of the most pristine stretches of river in the United States, winding through 149 miles of rugged, remote terrain in central Montana. This dramatic landscape features steep badlands, sandstone cliffs, and sprawling prairie, creating a unique and unspoiled ecosystem. The Missouri River Breaks is steeped in history. It was a critical route for the Lewis and Clark expedition in 1805 as they documented its beauty and abundant wildlife. The area is also rich in Native American heritage, with sites like Buffalo Jumps and ancient teepee rings offering glimpses into the lives of the region's earliest inhabitants. Today, the breaks provide endless opportunities for outdoor enthusiasts, from canoeing its tranquil waters to hiking trails that reveal panoramic views of this untamed wilderness. From Montana's wild rivers, we move west into Idaho, a rugged state of thundering waterfalls, deep canyons, and jagged mountain ranges. Shoshone Falls. Did you know Idaho is home to a waterfall taller than Niagara Falls? Shoshone Falls, often called the Niagara of the West, plunges 212 feet into the Snake River in Twin Falls. This natural wonder is both a breathtaking sight and an impressive force of nature, with a width that spans nearly 1,000 feet, especially during the spring melt when the falls reach their peak flow. Shoshone Falls is a significant site for the Shoshone and Bannock tribes, who relied on the Snake River for food and resources. In the 1800s, the Oregon Trail brought pioneers to the falls, marking it as a critical point of interest and rest along their journey west. As the surrounding area developed, the falls became a power source, and the construction of nearby dams and irrigation canals has played an essential role in transforming Idaho's arid landscape into fertile farmland. The site also has educational plaques that share insights into its natural history, engineering efforts, and cultural significance. Hell's Canyon. Did you know Hell's Canyon is the deepest river gorge in North America, even deeper than the Grand Canyon? Plunging nearly 8,000 feet down, Hell's Canyon forms part of the Idaho-Oregon border and is carved by the powerful Snake River. The canyon's dramatic topography, sheer cliffs, and rugged beauty make it a top destination for thrill seekers who flock here for world-class whitewater rafting, hiking, and fishing. Native American tribes, particularly the Nez Perce, lived in and around the canyon for thousands of years, leaving behind petroglyphs and artifacts. The region was later explored by Lewis and Clark during their expedition in the early 19th century, although they never descended into the gorge itself. Mining boomed in Hell's Canyon in the late 1800s, and remnants of old mines and settlements remain hidden throughout the area. Whether you explore by boat, on foot, or from a scenic viewpoint, Hell's Canyon promises awe-inspiring landscapes and a deep connection to Idaho's history and geology. Sawtooth National Recreation Area. The Sawtooth National Recreation Area is a crown jewel of the Gem State, home to more than 700 miles of hiking trails, 300 high mountain lakes, and 40 peaks that tower over 10,000 feet. Established in 1972 to protect this unique landscape, the park covers over 756,000 acres of rugged wilderness filled with dense forests, meadows, and rivers. The area wonders you with countless activities like camping, boating, skiing, and horseback riding, all while preserving critical habitats for wildlife. Many don't know that park also preserves remnants of early mining and ranching sites, adding a historical depth to its natural beauty. The Redfish Lake, nestled at the base of the Sawtooth Mountains, is a beloved spot for its clear waters and picturesque backdrop. From the striking granite peaks to the serene alpine lakes, each turn in the Sawtooth reveals Idaho's untouched beauty. Craters of the Moon National Monument and Preserve. Located in south-central Idaho, offers a surreal volcanic landscape shaped by ancient lava flows, cinder cones, and vast lava fields that stretch as far as the eye can see. This area, named for its resemblance to the moon's surface, was formed by a series of volcanic eruptions that occurred between 15,000 and 2,000 years ago. The unusual terrain has drawn travelers and scientists for decades, and in 1969, NASA astronauts even trained here to prepare for lunar missions. Craters of the Moon is a geologist's dream, with lava tubes, caves, and strange rock formations that showcase Idaho's volcanic history. The monument's accessible trails allow visitors to explore this alien landscape up close. And during spring, vibrant wildflowers bloom against the dark lava rock, creating a striking contrast. The park is a designated dark sky park, with clear views of the stars against this otherworldly backdrop. Craters of the Moon is a place where Idaho's ancient geological history comes alive, offering a unique adventure for those fascinated by the forces that shaped our planet. Crossing into Washington, the landscapes turn green, from volcanic peaks to temperate rainforests and thundering waterfalls. Mount Rainier National Park. This is an active stratovolcano, is the most glaciated peak in the contiguous United States. Towering at 14,411 feet, it dominates the landscape of Mount Rainier National Park, established in 1899 as America's fifth national park. This iconic destination is home to over 25 glaciers, including the massive Emmons Glacier, as well as lush old-growth forests, vibrant wildflower meadows, and roaring waterfalls. The park spans 236,000 acres and offers endless opportunities for hiking, camping, and wildlife observation. Mount Rainier has been a site of scientific study for centuries, with its ecosystems providing insights into volcanic activity and climate change. Its looming presence holds spiritual significance for the Native American tribes of the region, including the Puyallup and Yakama peoples, who have long revered it as Tahoma, meaning the source of nourishment. You can trek the famous Wonderland Trail, a 93-mile loop encircling the mountain, or venture to the Paradise area, renowned for breathtaking panoramic views. Whether you're scaling its peaks, learning about its natural history, or simply admiring its grandeur, Mount Rainier National Park offers a profound connection to the power and beauty of the natural world. North Cascades National Park. The North Cascades National Park has been nicknamed the American Alps for its jagged peaks, over 300 glaciers, and lush alpine scenery. Located in northern Washington, this rugged park is a paradise with some of the most pristine wilderness in the contiguous United States. The park, established in 1968, encompasses over 500,000 acres of dramatic landscapes, including deep river valleys, cascading waterfalls, and dense forests of Douglas fir and western red cedar. It is one of the least visited national parks, making it an ideal destination for solitude seekers and adventurers looking to connect with untouched nature. Historically, the area was home to the native peoples, who traversed its rugged terrain for trade, hunting, and spiritual practices. In the early 20th century, the region attracted miners and loggers, whose settlements and trails laid the groundwork for modern-day exploration. Today, you can explore highlights like Ross Lake and Diablo Lake, famous for their turquoise waters caused by glacial silt. The park is also home to diverse wildlife, including gray wolves, wolverines, and mountain goats. For hikers, the Pacific Crest Trail passes through the park, offering breathtaking views of snow-capped peaks and wildflower-filled meadows. Olympic National Park. This is one of the most diverse ecosystems in the United States. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site and International Biosphere Reserve, this 922,000-acre park in Washington state boasts snow-capped peaks, lush temperate rainforests, and rugged Pacific coastline, all in one location. At its heart lies Mount Olympus, standing 7,980 feet tall and crowned by glaciers that feed the park's many rivers. The Hoh Rainforest, a must-see destination, is one of the largest temperate rainforests in the U.S., receiving over 140 inches of rainfall annually and housing ancient Sitka spruces and moss-draped maples. Historically, the park has deep cultural significance for the region's indigenous tribes, such as the Quileute, Hoh, and Makah, whose ancestors have lived off the land and sea for thousands of years. The Makah tribe's nearby Ozette site unearthed ancient artifacts, offering glimpses into pre-contact life. President Franklin D. Roosevelt established Olympic National Park in 1938 to preserve its unique landscapes and ecosystems. For adventurers, the park offers over 600 miles of hiking trails, from the coastal wilderness of Sure Beach to the alpine meadows of Hurricane Ridge. You can spot Roosevelt elk, black bears, and even gray whales off the coast. With its unparalleled natural beauty and cultural richness, Olympic National Park invites visitors to explore a world of wonders, all within one remarkable destination. Hoh Rainforest. Did you know the Hoh Rainforest in Olympic National Park receives up to 170 inches of rain annually, making it one of the most lush and vibrant temperate rainforests in the world? Nestled on the western side of the Olympic Peninsula, the Hoh Rainforest is a haven of towering Sitka spruces and western hemlocks, some of which reach over 300 feet in height and are hundreds of years old. The forest floor is carpeted with mosses, ferns, and lichens that thrive in the constantly damp environment, creating a scene straight out of a fairy tale. The Hoh Rainforest has been home to indigenous tribes, including the Hoh people, for thousands of years. They have long depended on its rich resources and hold it sacred in their culture. Today, you can explore this enchanting environment via trails like the Hall of Mosses, a short loop that showcases trees draped in thick, green moss, or the Hoh River Trail, which follows the glacially fed Hoh River for 17.4 miles into the wilderness. Declared a World Heritage Site and part of a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, the forest is not just stunning but ecologically critical, supporting a diverse array of wildlife. The Enchantments. Nestled in Washington's Alpine Lakes Wilderness, is one of the most breathtaking and coveted hiking destinations in the Pacific Northwest. This stunning region features a series of glacially carved lakes, rugged granite peaks, and verdant meadows filled with wildflowers, all spread across 5 distinct zones. At its heart lies the Core Enchantments, a surreal alpine basin dotted with turquoise lakes like Perfection, Inspiration, and Snow, reflecting the towering spires of Dragontail and Prusik Peaks. The enchantments are a challenge to access, requiring either a strenuous through hike or a coveted wilderness permit for overnight stays. The area is most famously approached via Osgard Pass, a steep and grueling ascent that climbs nearly 2,000 feet in under a mile, leading to the core zone. Along the way, you are often treated to sightings of mountain goats, which roam the area fearlessly. Historically, the enchantments were used by Native American tribes, including the Yakama and Wenatchee, as seasonal hunting and gathering grounds. Today, they are protected within the Alpine Lakes Wilderness, ensuring the preservation of their fragile ecosystems. Palouse Falls State Park. Located in southeastern Washington, Palouse Falls State Park offers a dramatic glimpse into the region's Ice Age history. The Palouse Falls, Washington's official state waterfall, plunges a breathtaking 198 feet into a rugged canyon carved by ancient floods. Around 15,000 years ago, the Missoula floods, a series of cataclysmic glacial outburst floods, scoured the landscape, creating the dramatic basalt formations and steep cliffs that surround the falls today. The falls are one of the last remaining active waterfalls along the path of these floods, offering a rare window into prehistoric natural forces. The park is a haven for geology enthusiasts, photographers, and history buffs. It features scenic overlooks, interpretive signs explaining the area's unique geology, and trails that provide awe-inspiring views of the falls and the surrounding canyon. Wildlife is abundant in the area, with golden eagles, prairie falcons, and marmots commonly sighted. Palouse Falls is also culturally significant to the Palouse Native American tribe, who have long revered the site for its spiritual and practical importance. Whether you're captivated by its roaring waters or its fascinating history, Palouse Falls State Park is a must-see destination that showcases the dynamic forces shaping Washington's landscape. Snoqualmie Falls. Did you know that Snoqualmie Falls, one of Washington's most iconic landmarks, plunges 268 feet, nearly twice the height of Niagara Falls? Located near the town of Snoqualmie, this spectacular waterfall attracts over 1.5 million visitors annually. Beyond its natural beauty, the falls hold profound cultural and historical significance. For the Snoqualmie tribe, the falls are a sacred site, believed to be the birthplace of humanity. The mist rising from the falls is considered the connection between heaven and earth, a belief that deepens the spiritual experience of visiting this site. In addition to its cultural importance, Snoqualmie Falls played a pioneering role in renewable energy. In 1898, the Snoqualmie Falls hydroelectric plant began operating as one of the world's first underground power stations, and it remains in use today, blending innovative engineering with environmental stewardship. You can explore the surrounding 2-acre park, which features observation decks for breathtaking views, interpretive signs detailing the area's history, and access to hiking trails. During heavy rains, the falls roar with immense power, creating misty rainbows that captivate onlookers. Snoqualmie Falls has also made its mark in popular culture, famously appearing in the TV series Twin Peaks. Whether you're drawn by its natural splendor, historical significance, or cultural legacy, Snoqualmie Falls offers an experience that is both awe-inspiring and deeply enriching. Dry Falls State Park. Did you know that Dry Falls, located in central Washington, was once the largest waterfall in the world? This awe-inspiring site, now part of Sun Lake's Dry Falls State Park, is a relic of the Ice Age Missoula floods that occurred over 15,000 years ago. During these floods, torrents of water, up to 10 times the combined flow of all the rivers in the world, rushed through the region, carving out the 400-foot-high, 3.5-mile-wide canyon. For comparison, Dry Falls would have dwarfed Niagara Falls in both height and width during its prime. Today, it's a dry cliff, offering a dramatic glimpse into the past. You can explore the Dry Falls Interpretive Center, which features exhibits on the area's geology, Ice Age history, and the unique ecosystems that have since developed in the coulee. Surrounding the park are deep lakes, basalt cliffs, and sagebrush-studded landscapes that provide opportunities for hiking, fishing, birdwatching, and kayaking. Umatilla Rock and Sun Lakes, formed in the aftermath of the floods, are particularly popular for their striking scenery and recreational appeal. Dry Falls is also rich in cultural history. The area was a key resource for indigenous peoples, including the Wanapum and Yakama tribes, who hunted, fished, and gathered along its waterways. The park's unique blend of geological wonders and cultural significance creates a fascinating destination for anyone interested in natural history or outdoor adventure. Mount St. Helens. Did you know that Mount St. Helens' 1980 eruption was the most destructive volcanic event in U.S. history? Located in southwestern Washington, this stratovolcano dramatically reshaped the landscape, blasting away its summit and leaving a massive crater that's now an iconic symbol of nature's power. The eruption released energy equivalent to 24 megatons of TNT, leveling over 230 square miles of forest and sending ash clouds across several states. Despite the devastation, Mount St. Helens has become a living laboratory for studying ecological recovery and volcanic activity, drawing scientists and visitors from around the world. Today, Mount St. Helens National Volcanic Monument offers a fascinating mix of education, adventure, and awe. Visitors can explore the Johnston Ridge Observatory, which provides breathtaking views of the crater and detailed exhibits about the 1980 eruption. Hikers can tackle trails like the Boundary Trail or even summit the volcano, where a steep climb rewards adventurers with a close-up view of the crater and Spirit Lake, still littered with the remnants of the eruption. Southward into Oregon, nature blends mountains, forests, and a dramatic coastline, painting a perfect Pacific Northwest picture. Crater Lake National Park. This is the deepest lake in the United States. Nestled in the caldera of an ancient volcano, this awe-inspiring park was formed over 7,700 years ago after the eruption and collapse of Mount Mazama. The lake is renowned for its incredible clarity and intense blue color, which is the result of rain and snowmelt filling the volcanic basin over millennia. The park offers more than stunning views. It is a hub of geological history, with features like Wizard Island, a cinder cone that rises dramatically out of the water. Native American tribes, including the Klamath, regard the lake as sacred, with legends describing its creation as the result of a battle between the spirits of the sky and the underworld. You can explore the Rim Drive, hike picturesque trails like Garfield Peak, or even take a boat tour on the lake's pristine waters. Winter transforms the park into a snowy wonderland, perfect for skiing and snowshoeing. Mount Hood. Did you know Mount Hood is considered one of the most climbable glaciated peaks in the world? Towering at 11,239 feet, it is Oregon's highest mountain and a defining symbol of the state. A dormant stratovolcano, Mount Hood last erupted in the 1780s, leaving a geological landscape that is as fascinating as it is majestic. The mountain serves as a recreational haven, boasting year-round skiing at Timberline Lodge, which was built in the 1930s as part of the Works Progress Administration and is a National Historic Landmark. The Pacific Crest Trail, made famous in the memoir Wild, traverses the mountain slopes, offering hikers unparalleled views of alpine meadows, waterfalls, and distant peaks. Mount Hood is also steeped in cultural history. Its glaciers supply water to surrounding communities, and its forests have been used by Native American tribes for centuries. Painted hills. Do you want to walk on hills that look like an artist's canvas, with vibrant streaks of red, yellow, and black? The Painted Hills of Oregon, part of the John Day Fossil Beds National Monument, are a geological marvel that draws visitors from around the world for their stunning, otherworldly appearance. These hills get their vivid colors from layers of volcanic ash, iron, and other minerals deposited over millions of years, which have been exposed through erosion. Each layer represents a different geological era, offering a fascinating glimpse into Earth's ancient past. What's even more remarkable is that the colors of the hills change depending on the time of day and the moisture in the soil, shifting from deep reds and golds in bright sunlight to softer hues at sunset. Beyond their beauty, the Painted Hills are also a significant paleontological site where fossils of ancient plants and animals have been uncovered, providing valuable insights into life on Earth over 30 million years ago. You can walk along several interpretive trails to learn about the area's rich history while marveling at the ever-changing patterns and colors of this unique landscape. Smith Rock State Park. Have you ever wondered where modern rock climbing got its start? Smith Rock State Park, often considered the birthplace of American sport climbing, is a mecca for climbers from around the world. Located in central Oregon, this striking park is known for its towering spires of volcanic tuff and basalt, such as the famous Monkey Face Formation. Beyond climbing, Smith Rock offers hiking trails like the Misery Ridge Loop, which rewards you with panoramic views of the Crooked River winding through the canyon. The park's history is just as fascinating as its geology. It has been a cultural site for Native American tribes for thousands of years. In the 19th century, the area was part of the Oregon Trail Corridor, a vital route for pioneers heading west. Today, Smith Rock is a sanctuary for wildlife, including golden eagles, mule deer, and river otters. Whether you're scaling its cliffs or enjoying the serenity of its landscapes, Smith Rock State Park is a place where adventure meets natural beauty. Silver Falls State Park. This park is home to the Trail of 10 Falls, where you can walk behind cascading waterfalls. Located in the Cascade Mountains, this park is the largest in Oregon and one of its most beloved destinations. Its crown jewel is South Falls, a 177-foot waterfall that you can experience from behind thanks to a cavernous pathway carved into the basalt. The park's history dates back to the 1930s when the Civilian Conservation Corps built many of its trails and facilities, leaving behind a legacy of thoughtful design. Silver Falls is also a showcase of Oregon's diverse ecosystems, with dense Douglas fir forests, vibrant wildflower meadows, and abundant wildlife. In addition to hiking, the park offers camping, horseback riding, and photography opportunities. Toketee Falls. Located in southern Oregon, is one of the most photogenic waterfalls in the state. Its name, derived from a Chinook word meaning graceful, perfectly describes this two-tiered cascade that tumbles 113 feet into a tranquil pool. The falls are fed by the North Umpqua River, which is regulated by the nearby Toketee Reservoir, ensuring a steady flow year-round. The area is also steeped in history, with the North Umpqua region once home to Native American tribes who lived in harmony with the surrounding forests and rivers. You can reach the falls via a short but scenic hike that winds through towering Douglas firs and cedars, offering glimpses of the gorge below. Nearby, the Umpqua Hot Springs provide a relaxing retreat for those looking to unwind in nature. Multnomah Falls. This is one of the most photographed natural wonders in Oregon. Plunging 620 feet in two dramatic tiers, this breathtaking waterfall is the tallest in the state and a must-see on the historic Columbia River Highway. The falls have been enchanting travelers since the early 1900s, with a charming lodge at its base that still serves as a gateway to the site. According to Native American lore, the waterfall was created to provide a hidden bathing spot for a chief's daughter who wanted to cleanse in secrecy. Today, the arched Benson Bridge offers visitors a close-up view of the cascading waters and connects several hiking trails that meander through lush forests. Multnomah Falls is not only a natural spectacle but also an ecological haven, supporting diverse plant and animal life. Whether you visit during winter when the falls freeze into icy sculptures, or in spring, when snowmelt enhances their flow, Multnomah Falls is a timeless Oregon treasure. Oregon Coast. This entire 363-mile Oregon coast is open to the public thanks to the Revolutionary Beach Bill of 1967. This landmark legislation ensured that all beaches remain free and accessible, making Oregon's coastline a treasure trove of exploration. Stretching from the Columbia River in the north to the California border in the south, the Oregon coast offers a stunning mix of rocky cliffs, sandy beaches, and unique geological formations. Highlights include iconic landmarks like Haystack Rock in Cannon Beach, Thor's Well near Cape Perpetua, and the rugged sea stacks of Bandon. The coast is also steeped in history, from the Lewis and Clark expedition's journey to Fort Clatsop to the many historic lighthouses that once guided mariners along these treacherous waters. Wildlife abounds, with opportunities to spot gray whales, puffins, and sea lions. Scenic highways and charming coastal towns like Newport and Astoria add to the appeal, offering everything from fresh seafood to rich maritime history. Whether you're hiking forested headlands, exploring tide pools, or simply watching the sunset over the Pacific, the Oregon coast is an unforgettable blend of natural beauty and cultural heritage. From Oregon's green heart, we enter California, a state of extremes, from towering redwoods and Sierra peaks to deserts and volcanic landscapes. Yosemite National Park. What draws over 3 million people a year to one single valley? Yosemite National Park, nestled in the Sierra Nevada mountains of California, is world-famous for its towering granite cliffs, ancient giant sequoias, roaring waterfalls, and serene meadows. Established in 1890 and central to the birth of the national park idea, Yosemite is both a natural wonder and a cultural icon. The park spans over 750,000 acres, with elevations ranging from 2,000 to over 13,000 feet, offering something for every type of explorer. Swimming is allowed in designated areas like the Merced River and some high country lakes, though water temperatures remain cold year-round. Trails range from easy walks like Lower Yosemite Falls to the strenuous and legendary Half Dome hike, which requires a permit and cables for the final ascent. Wildlife like black bears, mule deer, and bobcats roam freely, and you must follow strict food storage rules to avoid unwanted encounters. Yosemite also has a rich human history, with deep connections to Native American tribes and early conservationists like John Muir. Whether you're gazing at El Capitan, marveling at Glacier Point, or camping under a star-packed sky, Yosemite delivers a raw, humbling encounter with the power and peace of the natural world. Death Valley National Park. This is the place you should go if you want to stand in the hottest, driest, and lowest national park in the United States. Death Valley National Park, located in eastern California and extending into Nevada, is one of the most extreme environments on Earth. Known for its record-breaking heat, temperatures once soared to 56.7 degrees Celsius, the highest ever recorded on Earth. Death Valley is a land of stark contrasts and fascinating geological features. At 86 meters below sea level, Badwater Basin in Death Valley is the lowest point in North America, a salt flat that stretches out in a dazzling white expanse. Despite its name, Death Valley is full of life, home to resilient species like desert tortoises, bighorn sheep, and the famous salt-tolerant pupfish that thrive in the park's rare spring-fed oases. Death Valley is also known for its otherworldly landscapes, like the Mesquite Flat Sand Dunes, the colorful Badlands of Zabriskie Point, and the mysterious racetrack playa, where large stones appear to move across the dry lakebed on their own, leaving long trails in the cracked mud. Scientists believe the movement is caused by a rare combination of rain, ice, and wind, though the phenomenon remains somewhat enigmatic. The valley's extreme conditions have attracted humans for centuries, from the Native American Timbisha Shoshone tribe, who continue to live in the region, to the pioneers of the California Gold Rush. In 1933, Death Valley was declared a national monument and later, a national park, preserving its unique desert landscapes and ecosystems. The park is also a designated dark sky park, making it one of the best places in the world for stargazing, where you can witness the Milky Way in all its glory. Death Valley is more than just a forbidding desert. It's a land of contrasts, where towering peaks are capped with snow while salt flats bake in the scorching heat. Joshua Tree National Park. Have you ever wondered why the Joshua tree, a spiky yucca plant, became a symbol of resilience in the Mojave Desert? Joshua Tree National Park, named after this iconic plant, spans two distinct desert ecosystems, the Mojave and the Colorado deserts, creating a landscape of stark beauty and biological diversity. The park's namesake trees earned their moniker from Mormon settlers who thought their branches resembled the biblical Joshua reaching to the heavens. Archaeological evidence shows humans have inhabited this region for at least 5,000 years, including the Serrano, Chemehuevi, and Cahuilla tribes. The area gained prominence during the Gold Rush era in the 19th century, with remnants of mines and pioneer cabins scattered throughout the park. Today, Joshua Tree National Park is a haven for rock climbers, stargazers, and hikers, boasting dramatic rock formations, desert wildlife, and some of the darkest night skies in Southern California. Sequoia National Park. What would it feel like to stand next to the largest tree on Earth? Sequoia National Park, established in 1890, is home to the colossal General Sherman tree, a living giant that stands 275 feet tall and measures over 36 feet in diameter at its base. This park, nestled in California's Sierra Nevada, preserves awe-inspiring groves of giant sequoias, some over 2,000 years old. Beyond the trees, the park is a landscape of towering peaks, deep canyons, and crystalline rivers, including Mount Whitney, the tallest mountain in the contiguous United States at 14,505 feet. Indigenous peoples, such as the Monash tribe, have long lived in harmony with this land, leaving behind petroglyphs and other cultural artifacts. During the late 19th century, efforts to protect these ancient trees from logging led to the creation of the park, making it one of America's earliest conservation triumphs. You can explore the giant forest, hike the scenic Congress Trail, and venture into Crystal Cave, an underground wonder adorned with stalactites and stalagmites. Sequoia National Park is more than a collection of natural wonders. It's a living cathedral to the resilience and grandeur of nature. Kings Canyon National Park. This is one of the deepest canyons in North America, plunging more than 8,000 feet from its rim to its floor. Located in the southern Sierra Nevada, features Kings Canyon, a glacially carved masterpiece plunging over 8,000 feet deep. Established in 1940, the park preserves dramatic landscapes, including the Cedar Grove area, surrounded by towering granite walls, and the lush Zumwalt Meadow. Kings Canyon is also home to the General Grant Tree, one of the largest trees on Earth and a living national shrine to honor American servicemen and women. Historically, the park's rugged terrain has been shaped by glaciers, while indigenous peoples, including the Western Mono and Paiute, have called the region home for thousands of years. Today, you can hike trails leading to alpine lakes, waterfalls, and high passes, or simply marvel at the park's wilderness, which John Muir described as a rival to Yosemite. Redwood National and State Parks. How does it feel to stand beneath trees that are older than the Roman Empire? Redwood National and State Parks, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, protect some of the tallest trees on Earth, with coastal redwoods reaching heights of over 370 feet. These ancient giants are a testament to nature's resilience, having survived for thousands of years. Historically, the area was home to several indigenous groups, including the Yurok, Tolowa, and Karuk tribes, who revered the forests for their spiritual and material sustenance. In the 19th century, the demand for timber nearly devastated these forests, but conservation efforts began in the 1920s and culminated with the establishment of Redwood National Park in 1968. Beyond the trees, the parks are home to diverse ecosystems, including prairies, rivers, and a stretch of the rugged California coastline. Wildlife such as Roosevelt elk, black bears, and river otters thrive here, making it a biodiverse haven and a living classroom for environmental education. Lassen Volcanic National Park. Did you know Lassen Volcanic National Park is home to all four types of volcanoes: shield, composite, cinder cone, and plug dome? At its heart lies Lassen Peak, the largest plug dome volcano in the world, which dramatically erupted between 1914 and 1921, marking one of the most significant volcanic events in U.S. history. The park's hydrothermal features, including bubbling mud pots, steaming fumaroles, and hot springs, highlight its active volcanic nature, reminiscent of Yellowstone. Native American tribes, such as the Itsujwi, considered the region sacred and used its geothermal areas for practical purposes. Established as a national park in 1916, Lassen offers a mix of volcanic wonders and lush meadows teeming with wildflowers. You can hike the Bumpass Hell Trail, where colorful geothermal pools await, or stargaze under some of Northern California's clearest skies. Pinnacles National Park. This is the newest national park on United States. The park has become a national park in 2013, making it newest one of the in the system. Pinnacles National Park, located in Central California east of Salinas, is one of the best places to spot the endangered California condor. Formed by ancient volcanic activity and fault line movement, its dramatic rock formations and talus caves create an otherworldly landscape. Swimming isn't available, but rock climbing and hiking are big draws. Trails range from moderate loops to challenging scrambles. Try the High Peaks Trail for dizzying views and condor sightings. The Bear Gulch and Balconies Caves also offer unique spelunking experiences, though they close seasonally for bat protection. Access is possible from either the east or west entrances, though they do not connect by road. Best to visit in spring to see a vivid bloom of wildflowers and enjoy cooler temperatures. This park is a showcase of resilience, both geologic and ecological. Channel Islands National Park. These islands are nicknamed America's Galapagos. This marine sanctuary off the Southern California coast protects 5 ecologically unique islands. There are over 150 unique species of plants and animals live only on the Channel Islands and nowhere else on Earth. Located off the southern coast of California near Ventura, protects 5 isolated islands: Anacapa, Santa Cruz, Santa Rosa, San Miguel, and Santa Barbara, along with the surrounding ocean. These islands are accessible only by boat or small aircraft. Channel Islands National Park offers rugged hiking, kayaking, snorkeling, and yes, swimming. The clear kelp forests around Santa Cruz and Anacapa Islands make for world-class underwater experiences. There are no roads, cars, or stores on the islands, so you must pack everything in and out, including water and supplies. The park offers a rare chance to explore sea caves, paddle alongside dolphins, and spot the endangered island fox, once nearly extinct. Hiking trails range from easy coastal walks to more strenuous interior climbs. One of the highlights is the Scorpion Canyon Loop on Santa Cruz Island. Weather can change quickly, especially with fog and ocean winds. Channel Islands National Park is an oceanic classroom, brimming with rare species, coastal geology, and maritime history. Mono Lake. What if you discovered a lake that's almost 3 times as salty as the ocean? Mono Lake, located in eastern California near the Sierra Nevada, is a unique and ancient saline lake over 760,000 years old. Its most striking feature is its limestone tufa towers, which rise dramatically from the water surface, created by underwater spring interactions with the lake's minerals. Mono Lake is a vital habitat for millions of migratory birds, including California gulls and eared grebes, relying on the lake's abundant brine shrimp and alkali flies for sustenance. In the 20th century, Los Angeles's water diversion projects caused significant ecological damage to the lake, but grassroots advocacy led to successful conservation efforts in the 1990s. Today, you can explore the Mono Basin Scenic Area, kayak among the tufa towers, and learn about the lake's fragile ecosystem, witnessing a glimpse into one of Earth's most intriguing natural environments. Mount Shasta. This is an active volcano and one of the most prominent peaks in the Cascade Range. Towering at 14,179 feet, Mount Shasta is surrounded by myths, mysteries, and breathtaking natural beauty. Indigenous tribes, including the Shasta, Modoc, and Wintu peoples, have long revered the mountain as a sacred place, weaving it into their creation stories and spiritual practices. Geologically, Mount Shasta is part of the Pacific Ring of Fire and has erupted at least once every 800 years, with its last eruption occurring in the late 18th century. Today, it attracts outdoor enthusiasts for activities like mountaineering, hiking, and skiing, as well as spiritual seekers drawn by its reputed mystical energy. The surrounding area, including the Shasta Trinity National Forest, offers diverse ecosystems, from alpine meadows to dense forests. Sierra Nevada. The Sierra Nevada, often called the Range of Light, stretches 400 miles along California's eastern edge and serves as a crucial water source for the state. This majestic range is home to some of the most iconic natural wonders in the U.S., including Yosemite Valley, Lake Tahoe, and Mount Whitney, the highest peak in the contiguous United States. The Sierra was also the site of the California Gold Rush, which began in 1848 at Sutter's Mill near the American River and forever transformed the state's economy and population. Its diverse ecosystems range from alpine meadows to giant sequoia groves, and it serves as a vital habitat for species like black bears and golden eagles. You can explore the Pacific Crest Trail, which traverses much of the range, or delve into its geological history, shaped by glaciers and tectonic activity. The Sierra Nevada is a cornerstone of California's natural and cultural heritage. Leaving the mainland behind, we leap north into Alaska, the last frontier, where glaciers, fjords, and vast wilderness reign supreme. Denali National Park and Preserve. This is the tallest peak in North America at 20,310 feet, was once called Mount McKinley. Renamed to honor the indigenous Koyukon Athabascan people, Denali National Park and Preserve spans over 6 million acres of Alaska's pristine wilderness. This majestic park isn't just about towering mountains. It's home to an incredible variety of wildlife, including grizzly bears, moose, wolves, and caribou. You can explore the single 92-mile-long road that threads through the park, offering breathtaking views of the tundra and boreal forest. A notable event in the park's history is the construction of the Denali Park Road in the 1930s, an engineering marvel that opened up access to this remote wilderness. Only 30% of visitors see the summit of Denali due to its frequent cloud cover. This makes every clear day feel like a gift from nature. Whether you're spotting the aurora borealis in winter or hiking amid vibrant wildflowers in summer, Denali offers a year-round glimpse into the untamed beauty of Alaska. Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve. What if you could visit a place where glaciers still actively carve the land, shaping fjords and valleys in real time? Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve, part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, offers this unique experience. Located in southeast Alaska, this 3.3 million acre park is a haven for glaciers, wildlife, and human history. It was first explored by Europeans in 1794 when Captain George Vancouver found the bay choked with ice. Today, the glaciers have retreated over 65 miles, unveiling dramatic landscapes. The park is home to the massive Johns Hopkins Glacier, Margerie Glacier, and others that actively calve into the bay, creating thunderous splashes. The area is a sanctuary for wildlife, including humpback whales, sea otters, and grizzly bears, and has been an essential hunting and fishing ground for the Hoonah Tlingit people for centuries. You can explore the park by boat, kayak, or even from the decks of cruise ships. Glacier Bay's dynamic environment makes it one of the fastest-changing ecosystems in the world. Wrangell St. Elias National Park. This is the largest national park in the U.S., bigger than Yellowstone, Yosemite, and Switzerland combined. Wrangell St. Elias National Park and Preserve stretches across 13.2 million acres of remote Alaskan wilderness. Located in southeastern Alaska, it boasts some of North America's highest peaks, including Mount St. Elias at 18,008 feet. This park is a haven for experienced hikers and backcountry adventurers, offering limited marked trails and requiring advanced skills for navigation and survival. Swimming here is not advised due to glacial rivers and freezing alpine lakes. Access is mainly via gravel roads like the McCarthy Road or Nebesna Road, and bush plains are often used to reach interior areas. You should be prepared for rapidly changing weather, wildlife encounters, and complete self-sufficiency. Historic mining sites like Kennecott offer a glimpse into early 20th century industry. The park sits on a tectonic collision zone, so geology lovers will find it particularly fascinating. For safety, always carry bear spray and a satellite communication device. This park rewards those who plan meticulously and respect its vast, rugged power. Kenai Fjords National Park. Ever wondered what it's like to step back into the Ice Age? At Kenai Fjords National Park, you can do just that. Home to the massive Harding Icefield, this park features over 40 glaciers flowing down into valleys and fjords. The park's rugged coastline teems with marine life such as orcas, humpback whales, sea otters, and puffins, making it a haven for wildlife enthusiasts. The region also carries a fascinating human history. Its name derives from the indigenous Sugpiaq people, who lived off the rich coastal resources for thousands of years. In 1980, Kenai Fjords became a national park, preserving its incredible glacial landscapes and biodiversity. Exit Glacier, one of the park's most accessible glaciers, has been a key site for climate change studies, as scientists track its retreating ice. Katmai National Park and Preserve. Ever heard of the Valley of 10,000 Smokes? This incredible volcanic landscape in Katmai National Park and Preserve was formed by the Novarupta eruption of 1912, the largest volcanic eruption of the 20th century. Katmai, located on the Alaska Peninsula, spans over 4 million acres of pristine wilderness, and it's most famous for its brown bears. Every summer, these iconic bears gather at Brooks Falls to catch leaping salmon, creating one of nature's most awe-inspiring spectacles. The park also preserves the ancestral lands of the Alutiiq people, who have lived in harmony with the land for thousands of years. Designated a national park in 1980, Katmai protects both its unique geological features and its abundant wildlife. The park's name comes from Mount Katmai, a volcano with a crater lake at its summit. For adventurers, Katmai offers opportunities to explore untouched landscapes, kayak through coastal fjords, or hike across its surreal volcanic terrain. It's a destination that perfectly combines natural drama and historical intrigue. Gates of the Arctic National Park. Imagine a place so remote and untouched that no roads, trails, or campgrounds exist. Welcome to Gates of the Arctic National Park, the crown jewel of wilderness exploration. This park, located entirely above the Arctic Circle, spans over 8 million acres and preserves the heart of Alaska's Brooks Range. It was named by explorer Bob Marshall in 1930, who was struck by the grandeur of two mountains, Frigid Crags and Boreal Mountain, that seemed like gates to the Arctic. Gates of the Arctic is not just a haven for adventurers but also a cultural landscape, as it is home to the native Nunamiut people, who have lived sustainably in the region for centuries. The park was designated in 1980 to protect both its wild beauty and cultural significance. Did you know that this park is one of the least visited in the U.S., creating an ideal destination for solitude seekers? With its sprawling valleys, glacial rivers, and roaming caribou herds, Gates of the Arctic offers a chance to experience the raw, unfiltered beauty of the far north. Lake Clark National Park. What do volcanoes, salmon runs, and turquoise lakes have in common? They all meet in Lake Clark National Park and Preserve, one of Alaska's most stunning and least visited parks. Located southwest of Anchorage, the park is only accessible by float plane or boat, which means solitude is almost guaranteed. Named after the crystal-clear Lake Clark, swimming is technically possible but rarely practiced due to the cold temperatures. The park features moderate to difficult backcountry trails, many without signage, making navigation a challenge for novice hikers. The Tenalian Falls Trail is a good starting point for less experienced hikers. Wildlife like brown bears, moose, and eagles are common, especially during the summer salmon runs that draw bears to the shores of rivers like the Kvichak. Safety is paramount. Bring a GPS, first aid supplies, and plan for zero cell service. This is a place where you can witness volcanic activity. Mount Redoubt erupted as recently as 2009. Try to visit in late June to mid-July for the best weather and to witness active wildlife. This park is an Alaskan gem hiding in plain sight, ideal for those craving wild beauty off the beaten path. Kobuk Valley National Park. This is park to go if you want to see a desert in the Arctic. Kobuk Valley National Park is home to the Great Kobuk Sand Dunes, remnants of glacial activity that now sprawl like an alien landscape across the tundra. Located north of the Arctic Circle, this remote Alaskan park is accessible only by air, typically from the village of Kotzebue. There are no designated trails, no roads, and no visitor centers, just raw wilderness. Hiking here means traversing tundra, gravel bars, and dunes, so difficulty varies and GPS navigation is essential. Bugs can be intense in summer, so bug netting is a must. Because of its isolation, only a few thousand people visit each year, making this park perfect for those seeking silence and solitude. Kobuk Valley offers a surreal, educational glimpse into both natural history and indigenous culture. And finally, far across the Pacific, Hawaii welcomes us with volcanic fire, lush valleys, and waterfalls cascading into paradise. A perfect ending to our journey through 100 natural wonders of the U.S. West. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. This is home to two of the world's most active volcanoes, namely Kilauea and Mauna Loa. Located on the Big Island of Hawaii, this UNESCO World Heritage Site spans over 330,000 acres, encompassing diverse ecosystems from lush rainforests to barren lava fields. Mauna Loa, the largest volcano on Earth by volume, rises 33,500 feet from its base on the ocean floor, while Kilauea has been erupting almost continuously from 1983 until 2018, reshaping the island's landscape and adding to its landmass. These volcanic activities have created a dynamic environment where you can witness the raw power of nature. The park is not just a geological wonder, but also a place of immense cultural importance to native Hawaiians. Pele, the goddess of fire, lightning, and volcanoes, is believed to reside within the fiery depths of Kilauea's Halemaumau crater. The park offers opportunities to explore its extraordinary features, such as the Thurston Lava Tube, a subterranean tunnel formed by flowing lava, and the crater rim drive, which provides stunning views of volcanic landscapes and steaming vents. Historical events, like the 1790 eruption of Kilauea, left footprints in hardened ash that scientists believe were made by native Hawaiians caught in the eruption. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park is more than just a tourist destination. It's a living laboratory, a cultural treasure, and a place where the forces of creation are on full display. Haleakala National Park. The sunrise from the crater of this park has been called one of the most beautiful sights on Earth. Located on the island of Maui, Haleakala National Park is a place of volcanic majesty, cultural heritage, and biodiversity. Its name means House of the Sun in Hawaiian, a nod to the legend of the demigod Maui, who is said to have lassoed the sun from the summit to slow its journey across the sky. The park is split into two sections. The summit area, where visitors hike among volcanic cinder cones at 10,000 feet, and the Kipahulu area on the lush, waterfall-laced coast. Swimming is possible at the Ohio pools in the Kipahulu district, though conditions vary and flash floods are a risk. Hiking ranges from short nature walks to the strenuous 11-mile sliding sands trail. Elevation changes can cause altitude sickness, so acclimatize slowly. This land holds deep cultural significance for native Hawaiians. The observatories at the summit help scientists track solar activity. Reservations are required for sunrise viewings, and weather can swing from scorching to freezing, so layer up. Haleakala is more than a volcano. It's a living classroom of Hawaiian ecology and astronomy. Na Pali Coast State Wilderness Park. This coast is so rugged and remote that it can only be accessed by foot, boat, or helicopter. Located on the northwestern shore of Kauai Island, this dramatic coastline stretches for 17 miles and is a masterpiece of natural beauty. The park that covers approximately 5,200 acres of land and is known for its towering pali, or sea cliffs, punctuated by narrow valleys, streams, and cascading waterfalls. Towering emerald cliffs rise as high as 4,000 feet, plunging into the turquoise waters of the Pacific, while lush valleys and cascading waterfalls carve their way through the ancient volcanic terrain. Numerous waterfalls cascade down the cliffs, creating a symphony of sound and movement. The Kalalau Trail, an 11-mile trek, popular hiking trail to explore this untouched paradise, weaving through steep ridges and ending at the pristine Kalalau Beach. Historically, the Na Pali coast was home to ancient Hawaiian communities who thrived in its fertile valleys, cultivating taro and other crops. It was also the site of early Polynesian settlements, and traces of their agricultural terraces remain visible today. Whether you're captivated by the sheer natural splendor or the deep historical roots of this region, the Na Pali coast is an awe-inspiring testament to the power of nature and the resilience of early Hawaiian cultures. Waimea Canyon. Also known as the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, located on the west side of Kauai, earned this nickname for its vastness and spectacular colors. Spanning approximately 10 miles long, a mile wide, and over 3,600 feet deep, this geological wonder was carved by the Waimea River and volcanic activity over millions of years. What makes it especially fascinating is the rainbow-like palette of reds, greens, browns, and oranges that shift hues as the sun moves across the sky. Waimea Canyon also played a key role in Hawaiian history, as it served as a fertile region for ancient Hawaiians who practiced sustainable agriculture. Nearby, Captain James Cook landed in Waimea in 1778, marking the first recorded European contact with Hawaii. You can explore hiking trails such as the Canyon Trail, leading to Waipo'o Falls, a dazzling 800-foot waterfall. The panoramic views from lookouts like Pu'u Hina Hina or Pu'u Kapele are both educational and inspirational, offering glimpses into the geological and cultural history of Kauai. Waipio Valley. This valley is often called the Valley of the Kings because it was once the political and spiritual heart of ancient Hawaii. Located on the northern coast of the Big Island, this lush valley is a place of stunning natural beauty and profound cultural significance. Towering cliffs as high as 2,000 feet surround the valley, while Hailau Falls, one of Hawaii's tallest waterfalls, cascades dramatically into its verdant depths. The black sand beach at the valley's mouth, where the Waipio River meets the Pacific Ocean, adds to the valley's enchanting allure. Historically, Waipio Valley was home to Hawaiian royalty and served as a hub for agricultural innovation. Its fertile soil supported extensive taro farming, and ancient irrigation systems can still be seen today. The valley also holds significant spiritual importance, as it was the site of sacred temples and ceremonies. One of the most famous kings associated with Waipio is King Kamehameha I, who was said to have spent part of his youth in the valley, honing the skills that would later make him a unifier of the Hawaiian Islands. Getting to Waipio Valley is an adventure in itself. The steep road leading into the valley is accessible only by four-wheel drive vehicles or on foot, offering a thrilling descent into a world that feels untouched by time. The valley is home to a small community of residents who continue traditional practices like taro farming, and its tranquility is occasionally interrupted only by the distant roar of its waterfalls or the gentle sound of waves along the shoreline. Waimoku Falls. Located at the end of the Pipaway Trail in Haleakala National Park on Maui, is a breathtaking 400-foot cascade that flows down a sheer lava rock cliff. Nestled in the lush Ohio Gulch, the falls are part of an enchanting journey that immerses visitors in one of Hawaii's most pristine natural landscapes. The hike to Waimoku Falls is an adventure in itself, winding 4 miles round-trip through bamboo forests, tropical streams, and dense greenery, with every step unveiling a new facet of Maui's diverse ecosystems. Waimoku Falls is fed by rainfall high on the slopes of the Haleakala volcano, making its flow vary with the seasons. During heavy rains, it becomes a roaring torrent, while in drier months, it gracefully ribbons down the rock face. The trail leading to the falls also takes you past the enchanting Makahiku Falls and several small pools along the Ohio Stream, often called the Seven Sacred Pools. Though this name is a modern invention, this area holds deep cultural and spiritual significance for native Hawaiians. Waterfalls like Waimoku are considered sacred, embodying the life-giving force of water, or Wai, which is revered in Hawaiian culture. As you are visiting, please make sure to tread respectfully, as the land is home to ancient legends and stories of the demigod Maui, who is said to have performed great feats in these valleys. The reward at the end of the hike is unparalleled. The site of Waimoku falls tumbling into a lush amphitheater of ferns and rocks, creating a misty, ethereal atmosphere. Hanauma Bay. Located on the southeastern coast of Oahu, this stunning crescent-shaped bay is one of Hawaii's most popular destinations for snorkeling and marine exploration. Thousands of years ago, a volcanic eruption created the natural basin that now serves as a vibrant underwater ecosystem. The name Hanauma comes from two Hawaiian words, hana, meaning bay, and uma, referring to the curved shape of a canoe. Hanauma Bay is home to over 400 species of fish and green sea turtles. The bay's coral reefs, teeming with marine life, are protected as part of a marine conservation district established in 1967. Once a recreational hotspot, Hanauma Bay faced ecological damage due to overuse. In response, preservation efforts have limited visitor numbers, implemented mandatory educational programs, and banned harmful practices, allowing the ecosystem to recover and thrive. Historically, the bay held cultural importance for native Hawaiians, serving as a fishing and gathering spot for early settlers. Later, it became a popular recreational area for Hawaiian royalty and, in the 20th century, for tourists. Today, Hanauma Bay is celebrated not only for its breathtaking beauty, but also as a model of sustainable tourism and marine conservation. Punalua Black Sand Beach. Located on the southeastern coast of the Big Island of Hawaii, is one of the most famous black sand beaches in the world. Its striking black sand is formed from basalt, created when molten lava from nearby volcanic eruptions flowed into the ocean, rapidly cooled, and shattered into fine grains. The result is a shoreline unlike any other, where the deep black of the sand contrasts beautifully with the lush greenery of surrounding palm trees and the vibrant blue of the Pacific Ocean. Punalua is more than just a visual wonder. It's also a haven for wildlife. The beach is a popular resting site for endangered Hawaiian green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles, who bask on the warm sands or glide through the nearshore waters. You can often observe these majestic creatures from a respectful distance, offering a rare opportunity to connect with Hawaii's rich marine life. Historically, the area was a vital resource for native Hawaiians, as the nearby freshwater springs, emerging beneath the ocean, provided drinking water. Legend says that during times of war, locals would dive underwater to access the springs, ensuring their survival. From deserts to glaciers, from towering peaks to hidden valleys, the West truly has it all. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more adventures. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy travels!